got Jono Barnes on the show tonight. The behind the scenes, we burned the tape, but we're going to talk Kamara. We're going to talk Tyler Shuck, and we're going to talk Jono going at people on social media. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour Podcast. Yeah, we're that podcast that wins awards.
Go.
Oh my God.
He looks like Ash from the end of Alien.
Usually, Dave, I can just open my throat and it's down.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
Oh, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour Podcast. As always, we are brought to you by Bev Test, best flavored whiskey of 2025, Chilton County Peach, and Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. All right, me and Dave, we got Jono Barnes. It's been 3-4 months since we talked to Jono, but I had to talk to him because he's been on a roll on social media, just going at people. And I'm like, we got to have you on because we got so much to talk about. And fatherhood, your son, his birthday's coming up, right? 1 year?
1 year old. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. It's a blessing.
Can I, as a fan of as a Jono Barnes fan, can I just ask a few personal questions, just for my own self? Like, I hear you talk
because my star's just shining so brightly to you.
Correct. If I took these
on
off,
WWL talking to Detillier, you're a star.
If I took these off, I'd be blinded. No. I've heard your stuff. I've heard your interviews on our podcast before. Like, you have an accent. I cannot pin. You are. Is it like? Is that a Cajun? Like, you're like from like Southern Louisiana. That's like a Cajun accent. Is that?
I don't want to say a Cajun accent. I'm from New Orleans East, so I think it's a bit of accent.
You're from New Orleans East. Like, where exactly are you from? Where'd you go to school? Like, let's talk about
man. Holy Cross High School.
You went to Holy Cross, really?
Which is technically LSU now, so I can say I'm an LSU graduate technically now.
That's right.
Yeah, no,
LSU
New Orleans East, man. Off of Bullard Avenue, deep in the East, man. You know the East gets a bad rep now, but I'm always rep the New Orleans East, where the levees, kind of gave away a little bit. That's exactly where I'm from.
Okay, all right.
I would say it's a New Orleans accent. I have a little bit of a lisp, not like a strong lisp, but like a little bit of a lisp that I hear sometimes. So it's kind of like a combination of many things that gives me this.
No, I don't.
No, I mean, if you listen sometimes to me, you'll hear, again, not a big lisp, but like a slight lisp. But then you got the New Orleans accent alone. I just kind of think I have a unique voice in general, and it all kind of blends in beautifully. I used to hate my voice, Dave, but now I've learned to embrace it. Like, it makes me different. So I'm glad that you enjoy it.
No,
it's
lean
great.
Into it. No, lean into it.
It's like, you know what it is? It's like a Sopranos character, but like,
yeah, right.
But like not it. I don't want to sit like a little bit faster and a little bit like quicker, where like the Sopranos is like almost like a record that's like playing too slow. Yours is like if the soprano voice played at the right speed,
right?
And that's New Orleans, right? Like the New Orleans voice it's like the New Orleans voice is a mix of like New Jersey and
Well, no, I don't think New Orleans is, but it's funny that Jono says he's from the East, because that makes sense. Like, I feel like Chalmette, the East, that's where you get that accent that I think sounds very much, and I'm from New York, that I think sounds very much like a Queens, Brooklyn, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I think maybe I have a love for it, because as a New Yorker, it has a little bit of it's not exactly like home, but it just has this. It just feels a little bit like home, like it's home adjacent. Like
I take that as a compliment.
It's not New York. It's not New York, but it really seems close. And
I love New York accents. I'm about to show that my husband. You say about the Sopranos were fast. I feel like that's Gilmore Girls. If y'all ever watch Gilmore Girls, which I started watching last season with my wife, it's just like a real fast talk. And I say I could probably fit in perfectly with that show, the way I talk fast sometimes. I hope one day, guys, if I ever really blow up nationally, I would love to, just for the simple fact that I want to see people try to impersonate my voice, and I would love to see like these voice impressionists, see how they
I couldn't do it.
That's what
I
that's the only reason I want to blow up nationally. I want to see somebody try to impersonate my voice.
I don't think I could do it. And also, wait, now hold on, Ralph. I want to say too, it's funny. So I married a girl, a woman who grew up on Gilmore Girls. So I watched the entire.
Man.
If you need anything, if you need any help, let me know. If you have any questions, I've seen the entire.
You gotta talk Saints soon because I don't want to drive away y'all audience. But last offseason, right before the season, I was on the Gilmore bench with my wife, and like right as the season ended, it's when the Saints season started. But I was into it, man. I was like, oh, this
it is good. It is good. They do talk super fast. That's I think that's Amy Sherman Palladino or whoever fucking writes that shit or whatever.
Yeah, and it's a spinoff.
It's like Aaron. It's like an Aaron Sorkin thing. It's like
Ralph, like what the hell are you guys talking about?
No, I know.
On,
and my wife, I've seen every episode of Sex in the City. So I like.
Also, my wife also.
All married men, if you guys are listening, all three married men.
People like single. They're like, I would never do that. Yeah, you will. I mean, you
might enjoy it.
You will watch the show. You will watch the show that your wife wants to watch. So here's the thing.
Anyway.
Like Alvin Kamara is doing cryptic tweets right before the show. He's doing hashtag dollar pay. And I didn't catch this, but somebody DM'd me today, Jono.
What does that mean?
The Saints did not share any of Alvin Kamara's Savannah Banana hijinks.
I'm looking at the dollar pay. Then I'm like, okay, is this like a brand thing he's doing or whatnot? Who knows? Now, I do think what has legitimacy to it is the Saints not sharing anything from his Savannah Bananas appearance, because the Saints social media shares everything that players do, whether it's directly involved in the city of New Orleans or not. So that was very telling to me. I noticed that before it became, a topic on social media. The reason why I didn't tweet it is because I've become kind of friends with some of the people on the social media team, and I was like, I don't want to put this out there and kind of put them in a funny, unique situation. Not that I'm compromised. I don't like hold my tongue back for anybody just because I'm starting to get to know people in the Saints organization. But I was like, hey, if I really felt strongly about it, I could just DM one of the social media people and ask them about it. But I did notice that, and I think that is something that is very telling because. Yeah. If anything, I feel like they were told by upper management, hey, don't tweet about Kamara until we come to a resolution. I actually think it's bullshit, to be honest. Like, come on, he's still under contract. Like, y'all not going to... Suddenly, he's like persona non grata that we can't even tweet about him doing the Savannah Bananas. I think, if an organization that loves to preach how much of a family we are, they sure ain't treating Alvin Kamara like family right now.
I
don't mind them playing hardball from the, front office to him. I don't mind both sides. Alvin... Try to get your money. Saints try to recoup some of the money. But I kind of feel like the Saints are kind of, I don't know, it just feels weird. Like it feels the way Kellen is approaching it.
Passive aggressive, man. Just break it
what's
off.
going on? Like stand on it. Are y'all trying to get rid of him or not? If y'all are, stand on it.
Well, to that point, I mean, it's my understanding that like Kamara's in the driver's seat here, right? Like he's got the contract. Like they're begging him to change his contract to do like if I'm Kamara, like whatever, like I'm
he gets $3 million whether he's on the team or not.
Well, yeah. But wait, now I'm sorry, I don't mean to be the old guy here, but I don't understand the tweet. What is that?
I don't understand. Can somebody dollar pay? I don't know.
Do you
It's a hashtag. So again, I think it's probably some brand type thing. I don't know. If you search the hashtag, he's the only person that ever tweeted dollar pay. So maybe he's starting some company or something.
People are saying, what's your cash?
He's a smart man. Like he knows everything that he puts out right now.
Oh, totally.
We all going to be
Well, hold on. Like, are we like going overboard here? Like, are we just like
on that end? I think right now we are. Yeah. Like, I think looking at that tweet and thinking about what's
Ralph. This is Ralph. Ralph's making something out of nothing here.
But the Savannah Banana thing is legit. No, the Savannah Bananas thing is legit. Like the Saints not playing anything about that. That was striking to me. Sometimes silence speaks volumes, and
I'm just saying. Like
they've been tweeting Cam Jordan throughout this whole offseason of the Saints as if he's still on the team. But Kamara, who's actually on the team, can't get like did y'all see Kamara in Tennessee this week? And like something's up with that. I'm getting a little worried because I have the opinion that I want at least one more year with Kamara, but we'll see.
I mean, we're getting a year. I mean, we're getting a year with Kamara.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think it's so. I think he's not going to be playing with the Saints. I think that.
What's the option? The Saints are going to cut them, and
they're going to cut him.
They're going to eat that money. They're going to eat that dead money.
Yes,
which is stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we not.
That's what I'm saying. That's the stupidest thing.
So just keep him for 1 year. Look, y'all last swan song. We'll see what we do this year. After that, though, this is the last dance for y'all. But I mean, we're not like struggling with money anymore, so why not just keep Kamara and see what happens? And even if Ralph and Dave, I mentioned on my show, I said this is kind of like a Sean Payne, Joe Horn situation where Joe Horn clearly was not in Sean Payne's long-term vision. And as a fan, that hurt my heart because Joe Horn was my favorite player. So to see like Joe Horn kind of slowly, gradually get phased out of playtime with Sean Payne, I can see that happening even if Kamara's on the team. Like there's going to be games where Kamara gets no snaps and it could turn possibly ugly. And maybe Kellen's trying to avoid that because Kamara's not in his plans, but I think the Saints are a better team in 2026 with Kamara and with Cam Jones than without. So
you make the comparison to Joe Horn, Sean Payton. I think that's apt. I think that's a good comparison. I hadn't looked at it like that. The way I'm looking at it is like this is like there's two options. There's like keep him on the team and let him be like. I thought we were going to do the whole Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara thing. I thought we were bringing the band back together and kind of redoing the same thing we did. Yeah, I thought Achane was going to take the Kamara role and Kamara was going to take the Mark Ingram role, and we were going to do the veteran young guy thing. And if that's not what we're doing, either way, like I mean, I'm sorry, but like Kamara is in the driver's seat here, and
they paid him.
He can say whatever, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that, you're telling me like those are the two options, like either keep him on the team and maybe he can mentor a young guy, or let's cut him and eat dead money. Like why? I feel like we're missing something here. Like, does Kellen Moore like really hate Kamara? What are we?
Maybe.
Like, I feel like we're missing something here. Like,
I feel like that Carolina game, you go back and watch it, where like Kamara didn't do a good job pass blocking because he never does, and like there were like two plays where like it should have been house calls for Kamara and he botched it. And I think Kellen Moore is like, I am done.
Yeah, no, that's legitimate.
Well, and Kellen Moore's like nice and all that.
Yeah. So, Sean Payne was ruthless. Sean Payne didn't care. Like, he made public spectacles sometimes of benching players or getting rid of them. Well, Kellen just seems like the shucks guy. Like, I don't want to piss off Kamara or the fans, but this guy is not in my vision. And, I don't even think, I think fan-wise, we probably were like, oh, maybe we got Kamara Ingram part 2 with Achane.
I mean, what they should have done, in my opinion, Jono, is
Achane.
The day before they signed Achane, they should have said, thank you, Alvin Kamara. It's been a great 7-8 years. We're moving on. Thanks a lot. And then people would have been mad the day before free agency started. But right around 1:00 on the day free agency started and we signed Achane, would have been like, oh, they got Achane. They got a replacement. It's done. Alvin who? And it would have been over. Like, and I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, because we some fans maybe we need to be more nostalgic and care more about that stuff. But we're just fans. We don't. And like the Saints, I just feel like they like stretching this out is the completely wrong idea. Like,
and at this point, stretching it out makes me go, well, keep him.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep him at this point. Like,
who are you going to get better? It's almost June.
And, our injury history, and I think we actually did a better job with injuries last year than we are giving credit for with Tad Rat. I got to learn this guy's name. I keep giving him shout-outs, and I still don't know his name. That's the Jono Barnes MO, huh? And the Ralph MO. Mispronounce the names and not remembering them. But let's say Achane does go down for a game or two. I wish I knew Dave was on the show. I thought I had his name. He said I gave you a nice little shout out.
Yeah, I like.
I would have had Dave on there too.
Giving the people Easter eggs. I love it.
It would be nice. I feel more confident, with Kamara, taking the load for a game or two if Achane never goes down than I do for a Devin Neal or damn sure a Kendre Miller. Not that I don't think Devin Neal and even Kendre Miller, to an extent, have potential to be good backs for us, but I just feel better. Especially because we're in this playoff mindset as fans that, hey, we could go to the playoffs, but then I think we're better with Alvin than.
I'll say this about Kendre Miller. Nick said, I won't quit him. I saw what I saw and I can't unsee it. And people got on Nick and were like, cut him. He's horrible. And I hopped in and defended Nick. Kendre Miller won me so much money the year.
selfish man.
The year TCU went to the national championship game, he won me so much money. And I was like, that's a great pick. He's a better pick than Spears. I'll 10 toes down. I don't care. And like, I'm not going to quit him. Like, I know he's unreliable, but I'm not going to quit him.
Sounds like Zion Williamson stuff. Like after a certain point, when a player shows you who they are, believe them. So I get it. Like guys like Kendre, guys like Zion, when you see them at their peak, you're like, wow, this is worth the investment. But Man,
Kendra,
we only got so many years, guys, on this
Kendra.
precious earth as fans. I don't want to keep always every year. I hope this guy finally does it in year 4. Zion case year 8. That's what they no, man. I'm trying to maximize my years on this earth and cheer for players who are legitimate and not, but we'll see. I cheer. I mean, if Kendrick's on the team, I'll cheer for him.
We need to do.
Same with Zion with the Pelicans.
Dave, we need to do the four delete. We need to do the all injured four delete. We picked the four most injured Saints of all time.
By the way, we won't do it now, but I want later at the end of the podcast, I want to hear Jono's four delete for Louisiana food dishes. I want to hear what he's got.
Gotcha. When we go back to the injured, though, the first player that comes to mind in my fandom years is Jonathan Sullivan, because we had so much damn hope for him and he was always hurt or just fat. Just pure fat.
That too. It was both.
People don't even remember about the the thing I love about social media, and I'm not trying to be one of these, get off my lawn type guys, but I do notice more as I've grown with an audience, like the age differences, and like some of these people who be coming at me are Ralph, and I'm like, man, y'all, I mean, look, I'm blessed, Ralph. Like my puberty days, I guess, was right when Aaron Brooks' era started, which was good football compared to what, as a baby, my mom and dad was watching with Jim Murray and all that, the Billy Joel days. So I have it good, but then I see like some fans like who weren't there for Jonathan Sullivan, who wasn't there for, the Saints losing 3 straight games against non-playoff teams in 2002, and then we only needed 1 to make the playoffs. And I'm like, y'all don't know how good y'all had it with the Drew Brees stuff. Or get the hell out of my face thinking that.
Quick Jonathan Sullivan story. I knew someone that they were a cleaning company, right? They clean houses and stuff. But they did it for after crimes, if you had a crime in your house, like a murder or something, they would go and they would clean it up.
Wow. No.
Jonathan Sullivan's
biological
house,
cleanup.
Jonathan Sullivan's house in New Orleans was so disgusting that's the kind of cleaning crew that he needed.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, really?
I didn't even know companies like that existed, but wow. Jonathan Sullivan, man. I remember before that draft, y'all, Hazard was throwing out smoke screens. So when they asked him about what the Saints were looking at in the draft, he was like, safety or a tight end. So everybody was starting to mock Witten or Troy Polamalu to us. And I'm getting excited about either one. And of course, we take fucking Jonathan Sullivan when 2 Hall of Famers was right there that Jim Hazard was using as goddamn smoke screens. Jim Hazard.
That was back in the days.
Because Chase Hazard's on the squad now, and I like Chase. So that
was back in the days where the first round picks cost a ridiculous amount to sign. The Saints didn't want to have 2. It was cheaper to trade up and just.
Oh my God! Those folks on airline, you gotta love them.
So. Here's a question, Jono, and this is a touchy subject, but I want to get into it because I saw you on Twitter. You were talking about it. I know you say you always get compared to every light-skinned Saints player ever. So you got compared to Jordan Tyson, but you said, and I think I quoted this right, the light-skinned delegation, we are fully invested in this wide receiver core. We're counting on you guys.
It's vital.
It's vital. So explain yourself.
Well, because our wide receiver core is majority light-skinned now. And, we definitely took a hit as a light-skinned delegation when Kendrick Lamar absolutely tore Drake to shreds. Now, Drake made a bit of a comeback this past few weeks. And hopefully our wide receiver core can continue the momentum that us light-skinned people have and play up to the standard that we have now put on our wide receiver core this year. I'm going to call them, our wide receiver core, the gaslighters, all speed and they're light as hell. So I'm looking forward to seeing. I have a lot riding on you,
Dave. Got a T-shirt idea.
Ronnie Bell, Chris Olave.
You could do a crossover episode.
Devon, all the.
Well, I'm not gonna steal his idea. If he wants to make shirts, he knows
more than a game.
I'm telling you, y'all. Y'all don't know, but I'm telling you, if the wide receiver core is disappointing this year, watch how many light-skinned jokes y'all start seeing throughout NFC South Twitter, NFL Twitter. We need these guys to perform well because the light-skinned delegation is rhino. I'm not joking, y'all. I know I joke a lot. I know people probably
Ralph and I aren't allowed to make these jokes. I don't think we're allowed to make these jokes. So.
Y'all probably shouldn't because I know that the
How do we know a light-skinned joke when we see it?
Kevin Hart roast and all that, so it's probably best to let the black people make the black.
No, I think we're gonna sit this one out. But I mean, just for us while we sit on the sidelines, I mean, if they're not actually calling it out by name, like how do we recognize a light skin joke or I don't know, like I don't.
I mean, it should be pretty obvious. You'll be able to tell. It's not going to be like.
I mean.
Okay. All right.
I gotta say,
and then how do we respond? We just laugh and then move on, right? We just
I would say, well, I mean, it's social media. You're gonna piss off somebody no matter what. I would just laugh though, and there's some controversial jokes I see on social media.
Controversial
jokes. I don't need to
say
anything publicly, but I'll laugh privately because I ain't trying to get people in my mentions.
I lurk on Saints Black Twitter, and I have a lot of likes where like they're inappropriate jokes, inappropriate words that white people are not allowed to say, and there's some good ass jokes.
I limit my. I know what you're talking about. Obviously, I limit my use. I can say it a lot, but I say no. I got a wide audience. I don't want to.
I mean,
I'm 37 years old. My dad yells at me every now and then whenever he sees me tweet it. I only tweet like maybe 4 times a year. I say I'm gonna be picky when I tweet the word, but
they have a SpongeBob video that is on Black Saints Twitter, Black Saints Facebook that is edited. That is very, very funny. It's about broke people, and other words, and they used it to go at Jackson Dart so hard for his recent thing with Trump and him just not being as good as Tyler Shuck. I mean, it's
well, I don't know if y'all saw. I tweeted about that this past
man.
week.
They came at you.
I did it like a vague. I said I'm gonna be vague. I was intentional trolling. I was like, I'm gonna put, the debate is now settled between Tyler Shuck and Jackson Dart. And I'm like, technically, I could be talking about either side, but I know which side is gonna get pissed off about it.
Boy.
And of course, they got pissed off about it. And I tried. Me and Ralph have, had it, and maybe you had to, like, once you kind of dip your toes into the water of that realm of Twitter. You get a lot of people that you usually don't have. And I find it funny. I really do. Like, I still got people today, like at 6 a.m. in the morning, somebody was still at me, oh, you ain't say anything about Josh Jacobs, but you were tweeting about, and I was like, dude, go brush your teeth before you tweet at me. Good Lord have mercy.
I told Andrew Juge, I love him, but like before he like kind of got off Twitter, I'm like, Andrew, you're not built for Thunderdome. Like you gotta be built for it, right?
I noticed Andrew did kind of dial it back.
He got like,
and I was like, Andrew, it's social media, dude.
Yeah, but I mean,
you could be getting like jumped on social media, and then I will always say, go to the mall. Now, one person's gonna recognize you, but that's the guy that I mean, it's real life in the social media. Social media is big. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, we all have our audiences and are able to do what we do because of social media, but there's also the real world, so I don't lose sleep over it.
All my Tyler Shuck tweets, they're all bookmarked, and I know like 40% of it is Giant and
that New York Giants week is going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
Giant fans,
that's like a top 3 game I want to win this year.
Because of that comment now.
Everything. Even before the Trump thing, to be honest, like just how the Giants fans were treating Shuck as if, how dare the national media now worship our golden boy, and who is Tyler Shuck? Because obviously, y'all, we know Giants fans wasn't watching the Saints last year. They shut. We will fight. Excuse me, who is shitty? Like, I mean, we did good in December, so people probably like, whoa, wait a minute, why Shuck getting hyped? Well, because we went undefeated in December, but y'all wasn't paying attention. And I don't blame y'all for not paying attention, but don't act like Jackson Dart is just this tier above Tyler Shuck. Jackson Dart was good, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't like, God damn, this is Patrick Mahomes reincarnated or something. So it's gonna be a fun week. I'm gonna have fun with it, bro.
It's interesting, like I think Saints fans, we weren't that invested in like who's better, Cam or Jackson Dart, until the Giants fans got obnoxious. Like we would have been happy to be like Cam Ward, he's good, and Jackson Dart, he's good too. Whatever. We were just happy to have a quarterback. And then the Giants fans got obnoxious, and we had to the
media too, not just the fans. It was New York media like Jackson, like how they put Jackson Dart and Tyler Shuck in the same. Like, shut the hell up, y'all. Really,
dude. I'm convinced.
And I like Jackson Dart. And even with the Trump thing, I don't let that affect me. Like, I think he's going to be a good quarterback. He would have been fun for New Orleans. Well, before the Trump thing, but he would have been fun for New Orleans. But, like, give me a break.
I mean,
I think Tyler fits better here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Jackson Dart is he's a character. I think Jackson Dart is going to be a good character for the NFL. And I think he would have blended in New Orleans as well. And he probably will hopefully have been smarter if he was a Saint, not done what he did last week, but either way. No, I think Jackson Dart is fun too. I think both of them are good. Like, I like both of them. And it's going to be fun to see who has the better year.
Because when I talked to you, I think we talked in January, right? So the Saints, they'd had the good finish, but they hadn't had the draft and they hadn't had the offseason. To me, Jono, the vibes are immaculate. I can't remember Saints fans feeling this good about an offseason and being this excited about a season since like Drew Brees retired. So my question to you is, I'm a nervous Nelly. I admit it. Are the vibes, are they so good that they scare you?
Nah, they don't scare me. I think that we should embrace it because, as you say, we haven't felt vibes like this in a while. Now, I'll be fair. I mean, I think the vibes were high Dennis Allen's first year when he signed Landry and Matthew, and then we signed Jimmy. So, like, we've had off seasons where we thought that was, I mean, shit, when we signed Derek Carr, y'all, let's be honest, we always excited until we remember, oh, this is Derek Carr. This is why he is where he was available in the first place. But I think we just had so many bad years since Drew Brees that it is fun to use this offseason to just go pure fan and, drink the Kool-Aid. Like, say, hey, the Saints are going to be good this year. We might win the NFC South. Tyler Shuck's going to be a top 10. I saw you, Ralph, if he does the sack avoidance, he's going to be I think you say top 10. You might even say top 5. I was like, whoa. But I love that stuff, like people take that stuff like so seriously sometimes on social media. I'm like, no, like this is what fanaticism is supposed to be. Like when you finally have that glimmer, we've been in the desert for so long, and then we finally see that cactus with water in it. So shit, we like, hell yeah, finally, right? Now maybe it's a mirage. Maybe we get to the cactus and there actually is nothing but more dirt, and we're like, God damn, well that was false. But until then, let's have fun with the mirage of the Saints possibly having a franchise quarterback and being playoff contenders in 2026. So I'm going to eat up all of the Saints optimism cake until September, and then hopefully the results match the hype and the vibes, as you say, Ralph.
I mean, I can't be more excited. Like, I know the Saints have so excited my son, who's 10.
Good.
He picked out the games. But here's the thing, Dave, and I ask you this. Should I be concerned that, and I told Max, I said, hey, Max, hey.
Well, hold on. Before you change the subject, I just want to say about this, about being excited and all that kind of stuff. My thing is, and it actually makes me more excited because I feel like the excitement for next season for the Saints, it's coming from inside the house. The call is coming from inside the house. Like the excitement is from us. It's from the fans, the people who are following it. It's not from the national media. Like, I don't feel like we're getting like, I mean, I know, pardon my take, came here for Grit Week, but they're not like, they certainly weren't saying, oh, you guys are a contender. We're expecting big things.
Yeah, it's true.
Like we're not getting national attention. People aren't, the national media isn't saying, oh, the Saints are going to be great, blah, blah, blah. Don't sleep on these guys. They could be Super Bowl contenders, blah, blah, blah. Like all the excitement that we're talking about, it's all us. It's internal. Yeah. It's the people that are really close, that are really in with the Saints. And I think it's obviously it's optimism because we don't know how it's going to happen, what's going to happen, what's going to play out. But so that I like that sort of optimism better, like the national optimism. That's a death kiss. That's like as soon as Sports Illustrated or ESPN or national media are like, oh, the Saints are going to be great, they're going to be awesome, like that's the recipe for they're going to be terrible. But as long as it's just us internally, the fans that are saying, oh, I think we're going to be pretty good. I know we were not that great last year, but I think this Shuck guy, I think we got a good guy, and Olave, and we got a good draft pick, and we've solidified our 2 offensive tackles, and blah, blah, blah. We're talking about things that I think that the national media isn't talking about. And I think we're getting excited about things that maybe the other national people aren't getting excited about. So
I've seen,
and that makes me more excited about it.
Yeah, no, I love that. You're right. I have seen a scattered amount of national media members hype up, I guess. Well, I don't say hype up, but just like talk up. I saw Adam Schefter put the Saints as his team to watch, and Adam Schefter.
I hate that.
But look, his 2025 team to watch was the Seahawks, and his 2024 team was like another team that went to the championship game. So, so I'm like, oh, I'll take that.
His last 2 is the Commandos. 2024, and then the Patriots.
So, all right, Patriots.
Oh, wow.
So come on. So like, he put the Saints this year. I think he put the Saints on one other team. So there is some national media that's kind of like looking at what the Saints are doing the same.
And it's still, the Saints are still in the fun, adorable stage where like I listened to the Ringer podcast today, the Ringer NFL podcast, Sheil Kapadia, and he was like, listen, I looked at all the advanced data, Rattler and Shuck, they're pretty much the same. And I was like, bro, you ain't watched a fucking second of the Saints.
Are you kidding me?
I'm like, you have not watched a single solitary second of the Saints because you're looking at the data and you're like, Rattler is a little bit better QBR and this and that. I'm like, you got like, I'm like, I can't even take you seriously, but that's still fun. Where like when the Saints get good, everybody's going to be watching them and everybody's going to have a freaking take on them. And it's still going to be like, we're still like, even if they win and they start the season out good, we are still going to get like 2 to 6 weeks of the Colin Cowherd, the Nick Wrights. They still ain't going to fucking be watching the Saints. And even if the Saints are winning, and that's my favorite thing is like, I know you ain't watched a single second.
I love this honeymoon stage. Did y'all see the Saints tweeted today a video like a Shuck arriving OTAs and he was just like pounding the social media guy who was behind a video and people were like losing their minds like, oh, look at the aura and so much better than Derek Carr. And I'm like, that's the honeymoon phase in peak form. Like he could just go and do that. And fans, I actually did a quick skit to that, which I would have showed y'all before we went on. And it was just me with the computer. Well, you know, you watch 5 seconds of the most basic highlight of just Chuck throwing a run-of-the-mill throw to the wide receiver. And you're like, Super Bowl, this is the big.
I was gonna tell. I forgot. I saw the video, and I was gonna tell you. I saw your video, but like 5 seconds before, I retweeted the Saints 30-second video, and I said 20-0.
Yeah, you
argue with the wall. Argue with the wall.
I love it.
I love it. Your video, just like it was me. It spoke to me.
I love it. I love it.
Like we want to be excited, and you know, I'll just end on this. A couple more questions, but what, you know, we always say Atlanta and we got the Giants, but what fan base or do you think training camp early in the year, what fan base are me and you going to be going at? Early? If the Saints are winning, who do you think we're going to be going at?
Carolina's a sneaky one because their fans on social media, at least, you know. I mean, I get it. That was their first winning season since 2017. So I understand why they're excited.
Is there a national person you'll go at? You're just waiting to go at them if the Saints start out like 2 or 3-0?
There is not. I don't think. Man, maybe I'm not doing my job, but I don't think I've seen one that's just been like real insistent on the Saints not being anything special. I remember last year as a whole, I was going at the national media, not because, I mean, I knew we all felt that we were going to be bad, but they were just kind of like treating the Saints as the whipping boy of the offseason.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think right now the Titans or the Dolphins are the new whipping boy for them. Oh, everybody's going to get their jokes off on them. But no, that's not. I think, Ralph, like you said, if the Saints actually do start off at minimum promising, you're going to get maybe someone like a Nick Wright or Colin Cowherd, guys that I actually have a respect for. But there's going to be some national media person who kind of like downplays what the Saints are doing.
I'll be going at Nick Wright.
Unanimous, maybe Nick Wright, because he already kind of has the history with Saints fans with the salary cap stuff. And that's going to be the one that we all enjoy just kind of collectively jumping on.
That's right.
Maybe we end up right, maybe we end up wrong, but that's going to be the person who is going to be our
I can't go at Bill Barnwell. He blocked me.
Wait, who?
I can't go at him.
Barnwell blocked you?
Yeah, Barnwell. I deserved it. I was yelling at him about the Saints salary cap the day Grantland closed.
You be going hard at Barnwell. I'll be noticing. I had a back and forth with Barnwell. I think I showed you last year. Remember?
Yeah.
Because he kind of like downplayed what Calvin Banks was doing. I was like, dude, I don't mind your critique of the Saints and how we should be running a rebuild or whatnot, but like Calvin Banks is genuinely doing fine as a rookie. So what are we talking about here? And then Saints Twitter jumped on Barnwell because they were like, dude, are you even watching the games? Like, come on. Like, Calvin Banks is the guy you want to go at. So I'm sure it's going to be some random national media member that I catch their attention this season, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I feel like, and Dave, I have one more question, but Dave, do you have any more questions for Jono before we wrap it up here?
Do I have any more questions for Jono? No, I thought we were going through your list. I would have certainly prepared and come up with some excellent questions.
So you got.
I'm not in a rush, by the way. I got night here.
This shit more than a game. It's awesome shirt. You got awesome stuff. Yeah. What is your, not just the Saints, because look, the Saints win. Saints podcast creators, we all do good. It's
You
great.
didn't ask about Derek Carr. You were supposed to ask about Derek Carr.
I was.
I was going to
Oh yeah, I forgot about Derek Carr. Is Derek Carr?
He didn't stick to his
I didn't stick to the script.
list of
LA night we get
I forgot about Derek Carr.
Yes.
Is he?
Shocker, John.
Is there
welcome to the inside. Welcome to.
Is
what
there
it's like being on this
anything
show.
Derek Carr can say that will make Saints fans not hate him? I feel like no matter what he says, we're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, I'm one of the ones who actually have a heart for him. I'm like, some of the times where we were going at him, or I don't say we, but fans, I'm like, all right, this is kind of becoming overkill. Like, we don't have to pick on every single aspect of what he's doing on and off the field. That video that he did this past week with Max Crosby on Crosby's podcast, where he was talking about one of his regrets is he didn't embrace the community right away. And I actually was like, that's commendable. Like, I agree that that showed some self-reflection, I guess, and I was fine with that. But the one that my girl Farrah, because she's the one who kind of put it out there for Saints Twitter to see, she kind of buried the lead a little bit, because the second video was Derek Carr saying, when I first put on the Saints uniform, I was looking at it and I was like, this should be black and silver, not black and gold. And that's where he lost me, because I'm like, dude, Ralph, we only got so many precious years on this earth. Like, I don't want to waste any of my years of fanaticism, like, for a guy who ain't over his ex. Like, if you still had feelings for the Raiders, then your heart wasn't really with the New Orleans Saints, and the Saints wasn't treating you like a flame. You might have been treating the city of New Orleans and the Saints like a flame, but we were treating you like a long-term relationship. Yeah, so I was a little pissed off with Derek Carr saying that. I'm like, dude, hell with that. If you wasn't over your ex, then don't sign with any team. Beg the Raiders to sign you back and say, hey, I promise I'll play with you guys on a minimum contract. If you were that hard on about leaving Vegas.
I would have respected him more if he'd have been like, I should have gone to the Jets. Like, he's like, I picked the wrong team. He's like, I wanted to go back to the Raiders. The Raiders sent you home, bro. The Raiders are like, leave, just go. We got a month left. We don't care. Just leave. Just leave. We'll pack it. We'll pack your stuff up. We'll send it to you. And he still had a thing for. I like that. That drove me nuts.
It was a bad marriage, and hey. Him retiring, though, as Ralph likes to always say, sometimes Mickey Loomis's best moves are the ones where he has no control over. So that might end up being the top 5 move in Saints history, is Derek Carr saying, okay, I don't want to go back to New Orleans. I'm about to retire. Because I genuinely think that he wasn't as injured that he could still keep playing. Because obviously he kind of threw out the fillers this offseason and said, hey, if any contender wants me, I'll entertain it. But I'm glad that he recognized that this marriage was not...
Dave, you say
of all the moves that Mickey has walked ass backwards into, I think that is definitely the greatest one. And
if Titus Shuck turns out what we hope that he is, that's guaranteed to be the top move.
I feel like
absolutely.
For the Saints Super Bowl DVD, the beginning of it for NFL Films will be when they drafted Shuck. But for Saints fans,
it's Derek Carr.
It's the day Derek Carr retired. Like, I can't remember many things like where I was for like off-season stuff. Like Jimmy Graham, I can remember exactly where I was. I was like, oh, they traded Jimmy Graham. Are you kidding me? What is happening? I can remember I was in a meeting and I was supposed to like give a presentation.
Ooh,
and the Jimmy Graham stuff dropped like right before I'm supposed to like walk the leadership council through like our SEO plan, and I'm just like totally discombobulated. And I'm like, they traded Jimmy Graham. What did they get? A center I've never heard of. But now, like Derek Carr, like I can remember walking off the soccer field to my car, and I was like, oh my God, Derek Carr retired. Like we're he retired. We're officially out of salary cap jail.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. That is a blessing.
Free at last.
Shout out to Derek Carr. Shout out to Derek Carr.
I just, this season, I think the most fun, Dave, as fans, is obviously like the year you win the championship and you have those expectations. It's fun if you win it. But I think probably almost as fun and way more enjoyable is that moment where you start to think you're good and you've actually turned the corner and you are good. Like that's the most fun. Like the come up is the most fun for sports.
I think 2017 is the most recent example of that, where we were 0-2, and I thank God I didn't have an audience back then, because I was tweeting, it's time for Sean Payne and Drew Brees to go. Like, we're not doing this for 4 straight years. And then we turned the corner. that ended up being a hell of a year, right? Like the year where we were like, whoa, the Saints are good. The Saints are actually really good. And hopefully that's going to be, like Ralph said, this year, because you kind of have that. Now, of course, 2017, there was a goddamn Minnesota Miracle. So we look back on it like, but you have that feeling where there's not as much pressure, I guess, to championship or bust. So you kind of feel like you're playing with house money. So I'm thinking this is a house money type year where, hey, if the Saints are good, great. You know, like whether we lose in the first round or we make it to the championship game, or who knows, you know. But if we don't, then we're playing with house money. So
you can Google a column from me if WWL still has it up. You can Google like Ralph Malbrough, Patriots 2017, Saints past is or future is terrible. And I just wrote like 900 words for WWL. I was like, this shit is over.
yeah,
They're 0-2.
it was
Defense
bad.
is bad. Sean Payton's going to leave. Drew Brees is going to leave. It's wrapped. Just enjoy the last remnants of Drew Brees scoring points and throwing touchdowns in the dome. This is a wrap. This is done. And still one of my great columns of all time, I think. And just completely and utterly wrong in every level.
I enjoy being wrong. I don't know if you guys do. Like, I was wrong about Tyler Shuck, obviously. Like, I recorded my reaction. I was very mad, and I ended up looking like a fool. But sometimes fans will put that back on your radar and be like, gotcha. Like, you didn't believe you were wrong. I'm like, yeah, I'm a fan. Like, sue me. Sorry, this ain't politics. So I'm going to look that up, bro. I'm going to see if it's still active on WWL's website. Because some of the greatest things of being a fan is like, wow, thank God I was wrong about that, right? Like, it makes it more fun. Like, damn, I'm glad I was wrong. And the Saints were good in 2017. Or Tyler Shuck might be a franchise quarterback that me and a lot of fans did not think he was going to be. So I love it, man. I love shit like that. Put me on Old Takes Exposed. I've been waiting for Old Takes to retweet me for the longest. I love that account. I'm like, God damn, I know I got some bad takes out there. I got a big audience. I know y'all seen one bad take. Retweet me. I want to be on all Old Takes Exposed.
Yeah,
that's right. People still tweet or bring up my draft grades from when Jimmy Graham got drafted, and I gave it an F. The Canal Street Chronicles, that link still survives to this day.
Yeah, no one ever gives me credit in 2018 when I was like draft Lamar Jackson. They don't
remember the wins. They just remember the losses.
They don't remember the wins. They only remember the losses.
Damn, you gave Jimmy Graham an F?
Yeah.
It ain't like we drafted him with the first pick or anything.
I think I gave him an F or a D or whatever. Yeah. No, I mean, to be fair, like it was incredibly harsh. But he was like an unknown. Like at the time, he was like a total unknown guy.
He's like a mediocre basketball player.
Yeah, I mean, like he was a basketball guy. He like played football for 2 years, but I mean, yeah.
Hey, you can't win them all.
It's one of my, again, like you said, happy to be wrong about
absolutely
anything like that.
Absolutely.
So before you get out of here, Jono, tell us how people they know how to reach you and find all your stuff, but give them a heads up on where to go. And I want your May record prediction. We won't hold you to it.
Yeah,
we will.
Yeah, we will. What's the fun of not holding somebody to it?
Yeah. I know. I don't know why. Yeah.
So my record prediction, and I feel like this is a cop out because ESPN did a segment about how this record is always like the favorite record that fans kind of pick whenever they're not too positive about their team, but they're not too negative either, which is 10-7. And I ended up at 10-7. I was like, that seems like that's just like too easy though. Like, to go hard, John, and say, hey, we're going to win 11 games or 12 games. Go against the grain and say, guys, I might not be the season that we think it's going to be. So I'm going to go with 8, 7, and 9 wins. But I'm going to go with 10-7. I think that it's going to come down to that last game against the Buccaneers at the Superdome. And I think that we're going to win that game and win the NFC South. I'm very positive this offseason. I'm very optimistic, and I think it's going to be a fun season. If we can leave the first 2 weeks 1-1, if we can find a way to win at Baltimore or at Detroit, I'm going to be so high on the rest of the season. God forbid if we go 2-0 in those test drives. We go 2-0. I'm going to act the goddamn fool.
Forget it.
I'm the goddamn fool. But if we can find a way to go 1-1, I'm going to be so confident. If we are 0-2 with that stretch, but we played them tough, I'll still be a little moderate confident, but I'll be like, okay, maybe we might have to dial it back with what we think the Saints are in 2026. But if we go 1-1 in that stretch, absolutely, I'm going to be banging the drum that we are going to be the NFC South champions. So 10-7 is my prediction. You guys can follow me at Jono Barnes, Jono, for anybody who may not know how to spell it, on all platforms. Just search it on Google. I will come up, and you guys can see why this shit is more than a game. And Dave, I didn't forget my top fleur-de-lis foods for New Orleans. I'm going to go with gumbo, specifically okra gumbo. Jambalaya. I have a bit of a hot take. Zataran used to sell this 4-cheese jambalaya. I don't know, some people might be like, you put cheese in jambalaya? That shit was incredible. They don't sell it anymore. So maybe
wait, what?
It was
cheese and jambalaya.
It was Zataran. So it ain't like it was like, you know, it was 4 cheese.
Yeah, I get it.
They don't sell it anymore. So I might have been their only goddamn customer, but 4-cheese jambalaya was incredible.
Where was this?
Zataran's at the stores, at Walmart.
Zataran's box of jambalaya.
Yeah, they used to sell it in little boxes. I had my mama buy like 8 boxes, and I wish I would have made her buy more because they don't sell it no more. It was incredible. Beignets, I love me some beignets. I feel like we get a lot of hot takes lately. They're like, oh, beignets ain't all that good. I'm like, no, y'all ain't got to be that against the grain. And crawfish, you gotta love you some good crawfish, right? So
I feel like I'm not gonna say we haven't released the recording yet, but I feel like that's pretty much somebody's entire draft class. So I feel like I'm screwed here.
I feel like I might be missing something.
All 4 of those guys.
I feel like
you're not. I mean, those are the major.
No, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be in bed tonight. I'm gonna be like, God damn, I'm gonna be tossing and turning. My wife gonna be like, is everything okay? I'm gonna be like, no, I should have named this food when Dave asked me what was the. But those are the 4 I'm gonna go with right now. And my apologies if I forgot something because I probably did.
Well, you got there's so many I mean, the food draft is deep. I mean, the other things we've done, Dave, you get to like the 3rd round, the last round where it's kind of like it gets
like a po' boy. Like I feel like I probably should put po' boy over crawfish.
Well, okay, let me ask you. Okay, well, it's okay. So it's funny you mentioned that. So let me ask you a question. So should po' boy be should po' boy just be one answer, like somebody just gets to pick all po' boys, or do you think that like a roast beef po' boy is totally different than a shrimp po' boy, and like somebody should get to choose a shrimp po' boy, and then maybe somebody else could get to choose a roast beef po' boy because they're two different? Like, where do you fall on that?
It's almost like a cheat code, right? Because there's so many variations of great po' boys you can have. But imagine if we were just doing a general food bracket. You say cheeseburger, where that cheeseburger can mean you ain't gonna do cheeseburger, and then the next bracket is bacon cheeseburger. Like a cheeseburger is a cheeseburger. So I think you gotta let the person,
all right.
You gotta let the person have po' boy. But that's almost a cheat code because you got so many. You can do fried fish, you can do shrimp, you can do.
We ended up allowing.
Y'all making me hungry. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, we ended up allowing just po' boy in general. So
we'll be doing a po' boy. We'll be doing a po' boy category.
I like po' boys more than crawfish and even beignets. So put po' boys in my top 4 because I love me.
And see, I think we could do the fleur-de-lis, Dave. I think we could do po' boys. I think we could do snowballs as their own.
You see, I'm forget. Like, how can I forget snowballs?
Snowballs. See,
I love it. Y'all making me hungry, man. Dang.
It's just.
Now wait. Well, you know what? While we're on the topic, since you're from here. Let's talk about this. So like, where are you gonna get so po' boy, where are you gonna go? Your death row, where's your last po' boy? Where are you gonna go to get your last po' boy from? And you're from the East, like it could be from some corner store out on Bullard that I've never even heard of or something.
Yeah, there used to be one that closed, so I can't say that one anymore. Mahoney's Uptown was always good. I appreciate those ones.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Parkway Tavern.
Very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah, but you can never. Look, we only got one life. Like I keep saying, so many precious years on this earth. Don't worry about.
First of all, if you're on death row, you're not going to give a shit how much the state of Louisiana is going to pay for a po' boy.
Parkway Tavern has some good po' boys too. So
you like Parkway?
You don't?
No, I do. No, I'm just saying.
It's the way you said it. You kind of was like,
no. Like my corner store would be like Adams. Like I would go to Adams Street.
Yeah, no, I love the corner. My corner store closed, so I can't use that one anymore. God, Mahoney's is good. I think I'm gonna go with Mahoney's.
Okay, all right.
But you can't go. I rarely.
What about gumbo? How do you like your gumbo? Like
my mom.
Like we were talking about it. Like I said, like I like it. Get it right before you're about to fucking burn the roux, and then stop it, like right there. Like I want it right as dark as you can get it without.
I like okra gumbo as my favorite. Like I love okra gumbo. My mom makes an amazing okra gumbo. So if I was on that row, I would say, "Can my mama please just send me a container of some okra gumbo?"
You like your mom's cooking
with some Tabasco sauce, and that's all I need. So I'm gonna go with my mom.
Tabasco, not Crystal, not Louisiana.
For my gumbo, I usually go with Tabasco.
Okay.
I'm not a knock against Crystal or anything. I mean, I like all the hot sauces, but for whatever reason, Tabasco is usually my go-to for gumbo.
Do you go like Crystal for eggs, Tabasco for gumbo? Do you use different ones, or you like?
No, actually, I'm pretty not. I think about. I'm pretty loyal towards Tabasco, but I do think Crystal.
I find Tabasco to be just too. It's too vinegary. I like something a little more.
Well, I like Crystal too. Like, and I've put Crystal in my jambalaya and things like that. So I've never really been the type to separate them by a dish. It's usually like, oh, if I got a bottle of Tabasco, then I'm only buying a bottle of Tabasco. But I like all like those. I don't think you can go wrong. You can have your preference, of course, but you can't go wrong with either one. Tabasco is usually the one that I lean towards when it comes to my cuisine.
Yeah. But I won't discriminate.
Not football.
Yeah, we had.
It's the off season.
Hell yeah!
It's fucking May. It's May.
It's like
We're almost in June.
You know, little start out with a little fun, and with a little fun, have Saints in the middle. People know it's May, whatever, 26, 27, and it's almost.
You're not gonna, Jono. You're not gonna come on this podcast with that accent and not talk about food. I mean, you know,
yeah,
we're not just gonna talk about.
I'm going to Paris this for the game this season.
Are you okay?
Shout out to my wife's credit card, man. The power of her credit card is amazing. Like, y'all, this shit more than a game 101. Ask for forgiveness, not for permission. Just remember, Jono told y'all.
I thought you were gonna say marry well. That's
well, if y'all watching, if people watch this interview visually, y'all see that couch, right? It's not for decoration. I've been on the couch for the past 2 weeks since I've used her credit card, but neither here nor there. I'm looking forward to seeing how the French react to my accent when I get out there.
I'll just.
I think they're gonna be like, "What the fuck's going on?" They're gonna be like, "I hear." They're gonna be confused because they're gonna look at you like a dog looks at when they're a little confused. They're gonna tilt their head a little bit, and I think they'll be like, "I feel like I hear a little bit of a," but it's not. He's not. I know he's not from here, but he sounds like maybe he is. I don't know.
I did a tweet, Dave, where I showed it to you. When I went to LSU Paris like 25 years ago,
he's gonna be John's gonna be like Orgeron talking to that guy.
Dude, the French, they don't like the Cajun French. My roommate Barry, he was from Flat. He spoke Cajun French to the waiters and different people. They look like a cat hearing a language, and they would tell him to stop and speak English, and he got so mad. It was top 10 funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
you went viral with that
incredible
last week,
yeah,
right?
He did. Yeah.
Was it? I didn't get a chance to go through the replies, but was it people like agreeing with you? Or was it causing debate? What was it? Was people just?
They were like agreeing with me mostly, but they were like, French people, they just don't understand it, and it's mostly in France, in Paris, they understand it, but the further you go out, they don't. And I'm like, no. Every day I was with him, we were going places, and like every day, at least one time, they would be stop, speak English, and he would get so mad, and he had that Ville Platt, that like slow, and he would get so mad. That was so good. I wish I would have had like a camcorder or something to video him. I could post it on YouTube and it would go viral.
That's hilarious.
That gives me an idea. Maybe I'll have my wife record me and we just get their genuine reactions to me.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. If you speak Cajun French, yes, I would do that.
I'm gonna try. Now that's the thought is in my mind. It's not gonna escape. I'm gonna try. I'm looking forward to it.
Incredible. Well, thank you, Jono, for joining us.
And this is always one of my favorite interviews.
Bonne nuit, les gens.
Not even an interview.
So good.
Dave, I'm sorry.
Jono, support us.
Ralph on my new scoreboard.
That's right. He would have put Dave if he knew Dave was coming.
Also,
no.
More than the game certified. So next time, I want the whole crew next time. I want the whole crew. Let me get on the happy hour main show.
You want a Kevin Love update. Yeah, that's what
we want. A Kevin Love. We have to make Thomas do a 5. We'll have to make Thomas do a 5 box.
I'm mad at
make him earn his
money.
Are they
busy tonight? What's Thomas and
a pentabox?
But they all busy?
Well, Thomas, he can only be in the middle of the night one night a week. It's 7 hours difference.
He's got his mom staying with him.
He's got his mom staying with him, so he can't.
That's fair.
Only
his mom for some reason
mom's
too.
Out smoking cigs and watching women's tennis.
I didn't even. She's a cigarette smoker. I didn't even. I should have gone deeper into that. Yes, last night when we did the live show. Like, why is his mother staying with him and not his father? I know they're together. They're still happily married.
Hey, y'all was in y'all peak form last night. throughout the year.
Oh, thanks. Oh,
That's where you guys shine the best episodes like that.
That's right.
Keep it up, man. Y'all got a loyal audience. That's hard to get as content creators. So
It only took 20 years to build our small loyalty.
I'm still waiting on the Drew Brees passing yard certificate as congratulations.
I'll print you one.
Well, we're not national branch. The Saints ain't gonna bend over backwards the way they do for Park. But I understand. One's the biggest sports podcast in the world, and you got lonely old Saints happy hour with Jono Barnes. So
for sure. Yeah.
Oh man, this was so fun, guys. Thanks for joining us and support Jono, support us, and until next time, the bar is closed.